Yo, what is going on again? For the second time today, Terra Knights, we're on our second video upload of the day. We actually just uploaded a reaction video to the most recent Monster Hunter Wilds trailer that we got at Gamescom opening night live. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out, please. I'll have it in the description down below. So throughout this video, we are going to be getting into what the website has to offer. I don't exactly cover everything in this video, as we did do this live on the watch along live stream that we did have today. But after that, we are going to be getting into the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer analysis and seeing what we can actually uncover. I probably didn't get every single thing in the trailer, but I did take notes on what I thought were probably the most interesting things. And then I'm going to go into an overview of my thoughts on what we saw in the trailer with the website and talk about what I think is really, really interesting and unique. But I will have timestamps listed in the video for the part that you want to see, but that's enough yapping from me for now. So let's get into some snippets of what we saw in the live stream today with the website. So anybody who wants to, you can say hi YouTube. I'll make a video out of this or something. I don't know, whatever. Let's do this for real though. All right, let's do this live. Okay. Yo, what's going on, Terra Knights? Welcome back to the I can't do it, dude. Okay, let's take one. Let's take one. I'll leave that in the edit. I'll leave it in, dude. Let's just take a look at what's going on, actually. Right now, a flying wyvern that rules the windward plains as its apex predator, it has adapted to the lightning that accompanies the sand tide, with most sightings having occurred during the storm. Its ability to discharge electricity and powerful attacks pose a threat to even the most experienced hunters. Yeah, dude, that electricity Nova was like nuts. That's a flying wyvern? This isn't an elder dragon? This thing was huge. I almost thought this is like the Nergigante of the new game, but it's true. It doesn't have legs. Yeah, I guess it's the Anjanath. This is an amazing design. Its main habitat is the windward plains. And then, yeah, Balahara, Dune the monster, just whatever, and the monster that gets beaten up in all the trailers. All the weapon trailers. This monster's been getting his ass beat, dude. Oh shit, Kunafa, the Windsong Village. Are we going to have multiple villages? A settlement located in the Windward Plains and the home of the Sacred. The cheese produced by the livestock. Wait, the cheese produced by the livestock the people here keep is an essential part of their... Dude, that is a weird sentence. That can't be the proper grammar. There's no way, dude. Following the river found in the Windward Plains will lead you to the verdant Scarlet Forest. So it's just connected if you follow it. Wow, okay. With its towering trees and abundant water, as you take your first steps here in your journey, your eyes are drawn to the peculiar red-colored water found on the forest floor. Monsters of the Scarlet Forest. So wait, are these monsters... Hold on, we saw Doshiguma in the trailer. Fighting the spider monster. So it's not saying that they're exclusive, but Doshiguma can fight Lala Barina over here. Its thorax, which can be opened at will, resembles a rose in bloom. Yeah, this monster is super badass. Look at this, dude. Look at this spider. Is the face scary? It doesn't look that bad. I feel like there's been I feel like for spider monsters, it could look pretty bad. Power Clash. A struggle between hunter and monster that occurs when blocking certain attacks. Okay, so this is a blocking weapon thing. That's why we saw it with the sword and shield in the end of the trailer that we just saw. We saw it from the lance. We saw it from the gun lance. Great sword. Succeeding in pushing the monster back will knock it off balance, giving you an opening to attack. Offset attacks. Hitting a monster with certain attacks as it is attacking will cause the attacks to clash, knocking the monster off balance. Offset attacks can also be followed up with powerful unique attacks. Okay, so this is like something special we have with every weapon, I'm assuming. Olivia, a hammer-wielding member of the Hunters Guild Forbidden Lands expedition team. That's a mouthful. She previously took on special missions from the guild, but has since been assigned to the Forbidden Lands. She can assist the hunter as a support hunter during quests. Okay, so the return of NPCs, it's confirmed. W. Olivia Hammermain. Yeah, W. Olivia. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Who the fuck is this? I didn't see him in the trailer. An elite long-haired Palico assisting Olivia. This is Olivia's, and we get stuck with our derpy-ass cat? Are you kidding me? Base camp. Okay, just a quote, whatever. A base of operations built by the expedition team in each locale. In addition to the hunter's own tent, base camp is equipped with all the facilities necessary for hunting. So we have our tents out in the wilds, and then we have base camp, which obviously includes our tent. So the tent is just like a camp that we can put anywhere, of course. A place to purchase items and ingredients, and a smithy for forging armor and weapons. So maybe Gemma isn't the only smithy, or she just travels with you and then does it there too. Everything you need to be ready for hunts. Okay. Very cool. So the first thing it looks like we see in the trailer is actually an opening cutscene, I believe, for our arrival into the new locale, the Scarlet Forest. Next, we see what looks to be some kind of blooming flower fur that comes off of the spider monster that was introduced in the trailer named Lalabarina. Now, Lalabarina seems to have some kind of paralysis attributes to it. As we see in the trailer, our hunter, when fighting the Lalabarina, actually dodges to the left and runs into one of Lalabarina's own shock traps, if you can believe it or not. Obviously, it's not a real shock trap, but Lalabarina seems to place its own little traps around the fighting area that you're in, and if you run into it, you get paralyzed, as the hunter does here. I actually missed this my first go around, and this is going to be pretty interesting. I think this confirms that Lalabarina weapons will have some kind of paralysis attribute to them. Who knows if they're just paralysis, but pretty interesting to note. Now, the next most interesting thing that I think that we saw in the trailer was a turf war between Doshiguma and Lalabarina. Now, what's interesting about this is that the website actually shows the Doshiguma as being a part of the Windward Plains, a monster, you know, specific to that locale. But I think that this does confirm that turf wars can still occur and monsters still can be spotted in areas that aren't their normal locale, if that makes sense. So very happy to see turf wars returning. Also very happy to see monsters in different areas. The Scarlet Forest seems to be the second area that they have introduced. Next, we see the new NPC hunter actually going into battle with us. This, along with the website, basically confirms that NPC hunters will be a thing again to assist us in single player hunts if you are not down to play with actual real people. But most interestingly, we actually see the dual blades gameplay in action. Our hunter starts with a demon flurry, of course with the dual blades, but they actually seem to go into Archdemon state, back into demon mode, back into Archdemon state with the dual blades in the middle of attack combos. Or at least it looks like it, because the white silverish kind of flashes of attack combos that the hunter does in the trailer are exactly like the ones that we've seen in the Archdemon state in the dual blades weapon trailer itself for Monster Hunter Wilds. So I believe that what this confirms is that they really did not show us everything that these weapons had to offer. Now, that was pretty apparent to a lot of viewers of the weapons trailers, but I think that this makes it just how apparent how much we've actually missed with these small snippets of gameplay. So I'm very excited to see that we actually have way more to look forward to when it comes to more news on Monster Hunter Wilds involving the weapons or the release of the game. But next, we actually see a look of the village of the Windward Plains, specifically named Kunafa, the Windsong Village. Now, what this pretty much tells me is that we are going to have multiple village, maybe one per main area in the game of Monster Hunter World. We have yet to actually confirm this, as the Scarlet Forest we didn't get a whole lot of info about. The Scarlet Forest actually looked pretty condensed for an area, but the forest usually is compared to something as sandy like the Windward Plains, or even in Monster Hunter World, the Wildspire Waste, which is obviously completely open as well. So we may just indeed have a village depending on the area that we're in, but for now we do have information that Kunafa, the Windsong Village, is the confirmed village of the Windward Plains. Next in the trailer, the characters actually state that Rei Dao is the apex monster of the Windward Plains. Now, I've come to the conclusion that pretty much everybody else has, especially you watching the video, that we are going to have an apex monster for every single main area of the game in Monster Hunter Wilds. But going into this further, and what this actually means is that Rei Dao might actually not be the flagship monster for Monster Hunter Wilds, especially as the website does show that Rei Dao is specific to the Windward Plains being its apex monster, not saying that it can't go to other areas, but it is pretty interesting that they're alluding that Rei Dao is the apex monster of the Windward Plains. Now, this only actually goes ahead further to tell me that we haven't seen the flagship monster for Monster Hunter Wilds. Rei Dao could still be it, don't get me wrong, but I have just been thinking up a theory where maybe the flagship monster is another Elder Dragon, kind of like Nergigante was for Monster Hunter World, whereas Anjanath was kind of the large monster flagship of the game, if that makes sense. And since it was confirmed on the website that Rei Dao is a flying wyvern, which I'm actually surprised by because Rei Dao looks like a beast, I believe that this actually means that we have not seen the Elder Dragon, the flagship monster for Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'm actually very surprised at this point. But these are just theories of mine, of course, so please let me know in the comments down below what you think that this means for Monster Hunter Wilds. And speaking of Rei Dao and his design, let's talk about Rei Dao's horns on its head and the actual attacks that it does. So we do see that Rei Dao does seem to be a thunder charged monster, and I say thunder charged because it does seem to maybe get power, acting as maybe some sort of lightning rod. As we did see, there are monsters in the Windward Plains that absorb the lightning attack, the smaller monsters that we've seen in the game. But seeing Rei Dao's actual huge thunder attacks come into view, we actually see that the horns itself on Rei Dao are actually charged with a ton ton of thunder. There's a whole current along the horns of Ray Dao. Now, we actually saw this in a previous trailer, but now we have confirmation basically that Ray Dao's face actually does get kind of like closed off as its horns do move into some sort of pointed attack. That Ray Dao can actually move its horns forward and charge up a huge concentrated giant beam of electric energy that actually seems to come from the sky. So we're not really sure how this attack is going to work, but this is actually alluding that maybe breaking the head on Ray Dao is going to be very important, as breaking the horns might disrupt its ability to control the thunder elements. But moving on for now, as we do not have a whole lot of info on that, we actually see the return of mantles, which was kind of talked about already before we actually got this trailer, but we did see the guaranteed return of the ghillie mantle in the trailer. It was so quick, I pretty much missed it the first time around. But our hunter runs up with the ghillie mantle, but as soon as the hunter does a sneak attack, the ghillie mantle is immediately dismantled, and we can see the kind of underwire mesh that we've seen in Monster Hunter World so much that people hate because it covers up their drip. Next up, we see a bunch of weapon gameplay. There's a whole smorgasbord of stuff. Please let me know down below in the comments if you happen to catch anything. But what caught one of my viewers' eyes on my live stream, and I decided to take a look at it closer. So we get a look at the sword and shield user in the trailer, and it seems that they're actually in a power clash against the monster. And as it does state right here, power clash, a struggle between hunter and monster that occurs when blocking certain attacks. Succeeding in pushing the monster back will knock it off balance, giving you an opening to attack. So this seems to me to tell us that guarding weapons are specifically the weapons that can do power clashes. It's not really confirmed yet, but I wouldn't be surprised, as a lot of the weapons that we've seen in the Monster Hunter Wilds weapon trailers did seem to have some kind of new defensive mechanic, whether it was Switch X's kind of frontier looking counter or the dual blades counter evade attack. So that's also what's alluding to me thinking that the power clash is a shield type thing only, especially as the website states it as well. And we have not seen a single weapon without the ability to guard actually do this in their own separate Monster Hunter Wilds weapon trailers. And then finally, maybe the most important detail in the trailer is that we actually see the return of mining in Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, that one was a joke, guys. I'm sorry. I just had to put that one in there. But we do see mining is back in Monster Hunter Wilds, confirmed. So my thoughts overall with this trailer, really good trailer, honestly. So we didn't actually get a release date, which I was speculating, and we didn't really see the flagship monster of Monster Hunter Wilds, at least not confirmed anyways. Ray Dao could definitely still be the flagship. It definitely has the looks of one. I think it really shaped up in terms of its visual aesthetics. In this trailer, we actually got to look at it in its like full-fledged form, really powered up, amped up with thunder, the ability to control it almost like a railgun with its horns that are able to move. I think that alludes to us breaking the horns to really disrupt its control of thunder. So I'm very excited to see that, honestly. But otherwise, I think the most important thing was that they did show us a new monster finally. We got a look at La Labarina, the monster that was obviously from the Charge Blade trailer, with the Charge Blade having webs all along it, and the really cool looking armor for the male and the female. They both look absolutely beautiful, and I'm very excited to see that we do have a new spider monster coming back to the Monster Hunter series. We did not have that in Monster Hunter World, of course, and while there have been other Monster Hunter games that did have spiders, I'm just happy to see the spiritual successor to Monster Hunter World coming out and bringing spiders back full force, especially as it does seem to be the very first monster that we do encounter in the Scarlet Forest. As for smaller things that I'm very happy about, I'm very happy to see the return of the ghillie mantle. It looks like it actually does have pretty good use this time around. We're gonna have to see how that shakes up, whether mantles are the only specialized tools that we have in Monster Hunter Wilds, which I think is not the case, honestly. I think we're gonna have multiple hunter tools with different kinds of cooldowns. We're gonna have boosters back, maybe we can bring back flutes like Demon Flute, Armor Flute as specialized tools in Monster Hunter. I think that would be pretty interesting. And I also did love the look that we did get the dual blades. I think that really does show that we do have a lot more in store for the weapons and seeing what actions are actually capable of this time around. So very excited for all of these main mechanics. Now, as I said in the video before, I probably didn't catch everything in the weapon trailer. We did do some of it live on stream. We took a look at the website and all that. So please comment down below what you think I missed and what are some really important details, or if you agree with some of the things that I had to say in this video. Otherwise, that's it for this analysis video today, guys and gals. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on our way to our goal of 30,000 subscribers before the release of Monster Hunter Wilds, and every little bit helps, and so I'd really appreciate it. But as I said, that is it for today, Terra Knights. I'll catch you in the live stream tomorrow. I'm signing off. This has been Terroriza, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!